All right, man, what's going on? It's LP, and we're back for another video. Today, we are looking at DC Comics announces Dan Slott on Superman. Dan Slott has been around for many, many moons, and I'm sure will be around for many, many more. Now, personally, I don't necessarily enjoy Dan Slott's writing, but I do think it's big news for DC Comics to have, you know, the scribe of Amazing Spider-Man for the last several years on their flagship title. That tells me how much faith they have in Dan Slott. Let's see if that faith is warranted here. DC Comics has announced a new ongoing series, Superman Unlimited, written by Slott with art by Rafael Albuquerque. Is that how you say that? The series debuts on May 21st, 2025 as part of DC's Summer of Superman publishing initiative, which also includes Action Comics, the flagship Superman series, and more. So brand new series rolling out for Mr. Dan Slott. So they say this announcement also comes ahead of James Gunn's new Superman movie. Well, of course it does. Getting released on July 11th, 2025. So, of course, right, we've said this before, that these comic book companies never really tie in their shit well with the movies and vice versa. And we are starting to see a big change on that. We're seeing it with Marvel, where everything is Doctor Doom related right now. Marvel Rivals, the MCU, the comics. And now we're going to see that with the Summer of Superman. Dan Slott's first DC ongoing series. Dan Slott, known for his work on Amazing Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four, makes his DC ongoing series debut with Superman Unlimited. Slott expressed his excitement about writing Superman, saying this in the press release, quote unquote, "He is the first and greatest superhero of all time. And I've been waiting my whole life to tell stories about him, not just because of the amazing powers he has, but because who he is inside. Rafael and I are going to take him and you to places you'll want to escape to every month." Well, we'll see about that. Millions of surprising ideas for Superman, Lois, and the supporting cast, classic rogues, and all new friends and foes. If you never read a Superman book, a DC book, or any other comic book before, or if you've been a Superman fan your entire life, you couldn't ask for a better place to take the leap to go all in than Superman Unlimited #1. So this is a huge attempt to get new readers into reading Superman comics with a jumping on point that everyone can start with, a brand new series, which they've tried this several times. There's been all kinds of countless reboots, not with Superman, but with comics in general. But I hope this actually works to some small degree with the Superman movie, right? We see Marvel Rivals actually pushing more people towards the comics. I went to go pick up my my Marvel Rivals Magic variant, and they were sold out. They were all spoken for. Ordered ahead of time. Couldn't get one. Have to go buy it on eBay for like triple the amount. Ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna do it. Not gonna happen. But that's when you cross-platform the movies, the video games, and the comics together, maybe magic can actually happen. Green Kryptonite changes the game. The story kicks off with a massive extinction-level kryptonite asteroid shower Superman's greatest weakness down upon the Earth, creating an arms race for the most valuable resource on the planet, Green K. It's like Special K, the cereal. The greater availability of kryptonite in the DC universe changes the balance of power in the criminal empire of Metropolis and across the globe. Intergang under new leadership is on the rise, with practically all their foot soldiers carrying at least one clip of kryptonite bullets on them. The asteroid left massive kryptonite deposits to be mined, and it houses unlimited horrors yet to be unpacked. To survive, Superman will need to forge new alliances, new tech, and new tactics if he hopes to carry on with this truth, justice, and a better tomorrow. You see how they use better tomorrow instead of the American way? That's just something I want to point out. The Daily Planet expands. The series also explores a reimagined Daily Planet. A merger with a new incarnation of Morgan Edge's Galaxy Communications expands the Daily Planet brand into a multimedia news platform with cable news channels, websites, strong social media presence, and yes, Lois Lane is still the editor-in-chief. Daily Planet regulars Jimmy Olsen, Ron Trupe, Cat Grant, and Steve Lombard will staff satellite branches across the DC universe, creating a global network. Behind it all is the tech savvy of a new IT specialist from Gorilla City, King Solivar's goddaughter, Tina, like Sheena. I don't understand why the Daily Planet hasn't been updated. Newspapers essentially are almost non-existent, right? Legacy media is almost non-existent at this point. Time to get with the times, as they would say. Here's a cover, by the way, for Superman Unlimited All In. I don't really like this cover. It's kind of basic. Where to start? Well, that's a good question. Fans get a sneak peek of Superman Unlimited in the 10-page prelude included in DC's All In 2025 free Comic Book Day Special Edition, which you will be able to get on May the 3rd. May the 4th be with you. The first issue will be available in stores and online May 21st, retailing at $4.99 for the main cover and $5.99 for the variants. Yeah, I'm just scrolling through here. Let's see. What can we expect from the Summer of Superman? Well, the Summer of Superman initiative will feature new and ongoing series spotlighting Superman, Superboy, Supergirl, and of course Krypto, because he's what made that trailer the trailer, and other characters from the Superman universe. DC Group editor said, Superman Unlimited will add the foundation of DC Superman comics in the same way Jeff Loeb and Ed McGuinness' Superman Batman did in the early 2000s. Superman Unlimited will capture the big, fun, high-flying adventures that Superman is known for, while also providing big moments for DC Superman-related comics with the introduction of a massive new kryptonite deposit. I got a deposit. It's going to go right in the toilet soon. Imagine a world where Superman is stopping a bank robbery, but every weapon is packed with kryptonite ammunition, and every petty criminal carries kryptonite shiv. This is a world of unlimited danger that on a level Superman, DC, Superman family characters have never faced before. It's also very weak. Look, I think that's a weak story plot in the sense of like, here's the asteroid, and now there's tons of new kryptonite. I mean, this planet blew up how long ago? Is how far away from Earth? We've already seen like more kryptonite show up than can probably make the entire planet. But yet Earth gets showered with kryptonite again. Why? Because it is really the only weakness that Superman has outside of magic and maybe mind control. And so what ends up happening is these writers start running out of ideas and they have to go back to the same old well. Well, the same old well is, let's pick the one thing that should be rare, that should be like hard to find, but let's make it available to everyone so that every thug with a gun is a threat to Superman. I just think it's it tells me you ran out of ideas. Let's see what else they said. We just launched Justice League Unlimited in the fall, and Mark Waid and Dan Mora are telling a tale of unlimited superheroes that is an ongoing series. In contrast, Slott Superman Unlimited is a tale of unlimited Superman villains that are supercharged by kryptonite. Green K, as they call it, Special K, is everywhere. Superman is going to need to get to work and adapt to survive. Every line of Dan's pitch is packed with surprises, and every line by Rafa Draws is stunning. 2025 is truly going to be Superman Unlimited. Well, I think they're banking a lot on that. I don't know if Dan Slott's the right guy for this or not. Well, time will tell. I got to tell you, I'm not loving this cover. I think we could have had a lot better action-packed Superman cover for this. I don't know, Look at Jimmy Olsen's face here. I mean, what the fuck happened to him? But anyway, it is what it is, and what it is what it is, and what it is what it will be, because we are moving differently here. Will you be buying Superman Unlimited #1? I can tell you this, that I won't. I don't buy any DC as it is right now. Maybe if a new Supergirl came out, I'd probably buy the first issue and that's it. My collecting days are just about done. Just to be fair and honest, right? They're just about done. Right now, I get Red Sonja from Dynamite. I just started getting Magic, because she's my favorite character, from Marvel. And I get a couple of Antarctic Press books. That's what's on my pull list. 4 or 5 books. I mean, I cut out quite a bit. In fact, I dropped Witchblade just the other day to make room for Magic. I don't want to get 10 comics every week. I want to get like 4 or 5 comics, if that, a month. I'm also looking at potentially selling a lot of my personal collection off, right? I would like to have maybe 1 or 2 long boxes, and even that might be a little bit too much, of just my best shit, my favorite shit. You know, my most valuable comics, or the comics that have nostalgic meaning to me. You know, that have a personal meaning to me. But I got like 16 long boxes worth of comics. A lot of them can go. They take up a lot of room. You know, they were bought on the premise, you know, that I enjoyed them and read them, because I read everything that I buy. But, you know, also that one day these might be an investment. It turns out that very few comic books that you buy and collect are actually investments. And this is a video for another day. I'm sort of going off topic here. But the fact of the matter is, you know, I don't think Superman Unlimited #1 is going to be worth any real amount of money. I just don't see that. I think comic books, unfortunately, have taken a nosedive. And with the news of Diamond, it makes it even worse. And I see just a lot of collectors looking to get out of the hobby. A lot of people have switched over to collecting cards. Some people have selected to collect original art as opposed to the comic books. So we'll see where everything goes. But if you are still collecting comics and you are interested in my comic, which we do have, stay tuned then from a word from our sponsor. Well, if you haven't guessed it, today's sponsor is me. That's right, I am today's sponsor of the video. As always, we want to talk to you about Nyobi. This time, not about the eBay store, but our upcoming Kickstarter. That's right, on February 14th. That is the day we're looking at launching. We plan to launch the 4th part of the Outbreak series, Nyobi Outbreak number 4 of 5. This thing is almost a wrap. Guys, come join us for the journey as old faces and new collide in a world that is bent on supremacy. Genome supremacy, to be in fact. And if you do come over and back our Kickstarter, the one promise I can make to you is we definitely deliver. There would be no 4-year waits for our books, okay, guys? We generally hit our estimated delivery time when we say we're going to hit it. And we always keep people in the loop. You won't be ghosted. You won't be ignored. And you'll get some great books in the process. You know, the testimonials speak the truth. I speak the truth. Nyobi speaks the truth. Come by February 14th for Nyobi Outbreak number 4. And if you do hit our eBay store, that wouldn't hurt either. Peace.